Good morning, everybody. Well, summer is sort of come and gone. I had the pleasure of being away and came back to a snowstorm after 90 degrees. But one highlight of my trip last week, was I left on Saturday at DIA. And the three faces that you see here with me, that day, coincidentally, at 8 a.m., the Bagel Deli opened at DIA. I got to be one of the first out there. Congratulations, guys. It's Joe, Rhoda, Jared, depending on which direction you're looking. How's it going, guys?
It's going good. And I guess tomorrow will be a full week of service at the airport. It's been different than what we do at our brick and mortar, which is always crazy because you want to see things run exactly the same, and it's obviously a different animal out there, a much larger animal in the way of the amount of people that kind of pass by. It's been great though. The whole company of Mission Yogurt that's doing it for us has been exceptional.
Lean a little more forward,
lean a little more
a
forward.
little closer to the bike.
Is that better?
Yeah, I just couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's just been great. Everybody at Mission's been really amazing. They've taken all the feedback that we've had for them and ran with it. There hasn't been any, haven't contested anything we've said since it is our brand, our name, and they want to follow pretty much everything that we do to a T. They've been very amazing in how they've worked with us and for us out there. So it's been a great deal, and it's been fun to see this whole thing develop after many years of the first talks. So it's been one of those things where it's like we're like, is this really happening? Is it finally happening? And it finally happened, and it's amazing. It's been great. So
Well, it was really, for me, it obviously isn't the Bagel Deli, but the feel and the look was somewhat familiar, if you are a Denver person.
Well, I
And
think
go ahead.
one of the things I think that you feel when you walk there, yes, it looks different than our
Yeah,
restaurant and stuff, and maybe it doesn't feel as homey yet.
yeah, it does.
We've got a dozen pictures up on the wall at the place at DIA that we have in our restaurant here on Hampden. And when people come by, several of our customers, a couple of former District 3 policemen were there, and they said, "Oh, the pictures are up here. That's
Yeah,
great."
no, I thought it felt very much the same, and the
Oh,
smell
good.
was marvelous. You
Well,
know,
yeah, it is. It's great. The
it's smell
smells.
of vision out there.
Yes, once the cooking is going and we bake the bagels and people get a feel for it. And it's great as people are coming up the concourse and going to or from their flight. You get a whiff of the smell and it draws you in.
Uh, I was drawn in.
Well,
Latkes at 9 a.m. were fascinating, but delicious.
the best thing about it too is we wanted it to feel like when you walk up, you kind of felt like it was just a smaller version of the Bagel Deli.
Right.
We got a couple deli cases there. We have, the black and whites. We have arugula. We have matzo ball soup, which that first full day we were open, we sold 45 bowls of matzo ball soup, which kind
No
of blew.
way.
Yeah, we sold
Seriously?
out sold out of matzo balls the first day. It was
yeah.
it was great. It blew my mind. So
Why?
I
I think that's the last thing I would think that you'd sell out of.
you just don't know until you know,
No.
and certain things that I thought we'd sell black and whites like crazy. We're not selling those very much, but
No.
we're selling a ton of matzo ball soup. And so when you walk up, it's kind of got the same feel. We have the pictures up, like my dad says. We have the bagel bin that looks like the Bagel Deli. We have, some of the very traditional ambiance in the back with some matzah and some stuff like that. So
Yeah.
things sitting back there to where it looks like it's kind of the same feel, just a smaller version of it.
Okay, I think this is fascinating. Matzo ball soup and like, tell me something else because I'm shocked that, I mean, only because you're in the airport and
Well, the
you
funny
do
thing
have a
was,
place to sit, but still.
when we talked to them, originally they didn't want to have matzo ball soup on the opening menu. They wanted to have the vegetable beef barley.
Oh,
And we
God.
said, if you're going to have a deli, a New York style deli at the airport, matzo ball soup is
No, you're
called
right.
for. And it turns out it worked out as a great thing to have. So we're
So
very happy.
is
When
it
I was there,
pastrami?
when I was there yesterday morning, I was there from like 9 to about 10:30. I personally had 3 bowls of matzo ball soup go out. And the people said to me, this just feels like an authentic New York deli. And
Good.
it has that feel, and I think that's good. And people look a little farther. They say the Bagel Deli. So many of them are just coming for bagel and cream cheese or an egg
Well, yeah,
sandwich
that's my thought.
because they see it. But it's very interesting because there's other people. Lox Bagel and Cream Cheese were selling. The
Oh,
pastrami
I
sandwich.
could see putting things on bagel. Go ahead.
So
Pastrami.
yeah, so it's good. And when you say the smell, I had a couple people just said, "Okay, I am following my nose. What is that?"
Yeah, I'll
So
have what it smells like.
so yeah, it's a very interesting place, and we're excited. And well, I think people feel what it is,
Oh, yeah.
and it's more than just going for a bagel and cream cheese to a lot of people.
Oh, I don't think I've ever gone into the Bagel Deli and had just bagel.
Well, it's nice when people that are at the airport working or whatever come over to us and say, I've been waiting for you to open. I'm a customer. I come in all the time. I work out at the airport. So it's nice to see you out here, and I can come for a corned beef sandwich, or I can come for a bagel and cream cheese or whatever. So that, that's very nice. We like
Do
that.
people like corned beef and pastrami?
We are selling more Reubens than I thought we would sell.
Okay, that I would think.
Well, yeah, but that's corned beef and pastrami. It's crazy the amount of people who they just want a deli sandwich. Like it's not they don't want a Subway, or they don't want a Jimmy John's or a
Right.
Quiznos. They want like a real deli sandwich. And I had a lady come up to me the other day as I was leaving, and she says, "Excuse me, do you have a second?" I said, she goes, "I've been waiting for you to open. I got here a half an hour early so I could come here to stop by Concourse A to get my breakfast sandwich and bagel and cream cheese before I go to B."
Okay, now that is for real. Because up until the Bagel Deli, I used to go early, like to go to Root Town, or like we had tuna salad sandwiches. The planes don't give you food, and everybody's got all this garbage, and they say, well, where did you get that?" I said, "We can't get it here because we're on the plane. But go to the Bagel Deli."
Well,
Okay,
we appreciate that.
Yeah,
No, hey,
we've had lots of people just swing by and say they've been excited, like my parents were saying, and even our customers that, are on, we're getting, comments on Instagram and Facebook of when are you open? Like, it's just all these different questions, and, to kind of alleviate some of the questions if they're listening, that you cannot order ahead of time like you can at our restaurant. People are wondering that. And yes, it is a Bagel Deli, franchise, which is great for us. So they do have to follow all of our regulations. That's up to what our standards
Okay.
are. So it's not like they can just do what they want to do. And when we go out there and say something's not right, they got to fix it. They use all the same products that we use. Nothing is different. So it's up to the standard that we live by. They have to live by.
okay, now, where is everyone? And unfortunately, guys, you can't go out there for a sandwich if you don't have a ticket to get there.
Right.
But where is it located?
We are on Concourse A on the west side of the terminal right after you leave the center core. We're the first restaurant you'll see going out that way to the west. We're before, I think it's gate
A38.
A38.
A39.
That's the
something like that.
easiest.
And when the Great Wall of DIA comes down, because they're working on that moving walkway, you'll be able to see us from both sides as you're walking down.
Which I think will be a huge help.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
right. You lose 50% of your customers.
I mean, just if you're going, guys, remember it's at A38.
Correct.
I mean, that's how we
Can't miss us.
no. Well, we had no trouble once we realized that's what you did.
If you're walking down and you go left of Novo Coffee, you'll find us.
That's It's just what I did. Okay, now I loved it, and I won't be going back there. So we still have where I will go, where my friends picked up stuff for me today, which happens all the time. But let's talk about the Bagel Deli on Monaco, and Passover's coming up and all that good stuff.
Well, Passover is the 12th. If some people know that, the 12th. It's Saturday. You can order any of our Passover menu items. We have everything from Seder plates.
You
Seder
look like
plates.
a sushi restaurant.
Seder plates to brisket to apple matzah kugels. You go to bageldeli.com and you go to the holiday. There's a holiday order sheet area on the website.
Vanna
You
White
can
just
look at
showed.
one of these and get one of these. And there's a phone number right here. If you call that phone number, it's an automatic direct line to Joe or myself, and we'll talk to you. We'll help you out with your order. We'll tell you what you need. And we will stop taking orders on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So get
that's
your
good.
orders in before then. But then after then, if for some reason you haven't done it or didn't get there, we will have almost all the items just for sale when you come in and walk in. There'll be a bit of a wait and a little bit of a line. Order ahead, come in, say you placed an order, we'll hand it right to you, and we'll wish you a good Pesach.
Okay, and you can get everything from matzo ball soup, gefilte fish, what
Kugels, the desserts, we make great
apple,
desserts.
was it apple kugel?
Apple matzo.
My
kugel.
group loved that.
We'll have red horseradish too.
The best thing about it all too is all the homemade items we're not going to run out of. We always have enough of that stuff. If you have any other stuff that you need, like the candies or the matzah, this and that, you got to come in and get it, because once that stuff's gone, it's gone. It's not like I can all of a sudden order more Passover products, because we can only get a certain amount of stuff in every year. So the homemade stuff we will have a plenty amount of plethora of them, plenty amount of pletheras.
Plentiful.
all the plethora.
I've never really had a plethora to eat. Was
Well,
it
plethora of Passover items.
Yeah, plethora of Passover, Pesach proportional items. But it's one of those things, we're going to have plenty of that stuff. But just so people know that if there is a candy they want, or there's the matzah, or there's a frozen item that we get in, that's they got to come in and get it, because once that stuff's gone, it's gone. I only order a certain amount every year, and it's a guesstimate, and every year it's different. Every year the lolly cones will sell out right away, so I will order extra of those, or something, the fruit slices.
I assume, and I'm not being funny, unfortunately, you've already got all this stuff.
Yes.
Because now, with things going on, deliveries could be slow.
Right.
Everything
Everything's pretty much in that we're gonna get. We might get a few items on Monday,
but I'm just saying.
But in general, most of the items are in stock now. You should come and buy now and not wait to the last moment, because it's a big holiday and a lot of people are out shopping to get the items that their family likes. So,
and the thing is, if you do place an order and you don't see something on the order form, like if you want, the caramel clusters or the mints or the this or that, you can always ask, and we will put it away with your order.
What's a caramel cluster?
Chocolate caramel cluster.
It's a candy.
It's a Passover candy.
Okay.
So it's
cute.
It's no problem.
They're cashews,
Seder mint, stuff like that. And but so if you don't see it and you have a question, we will put that stuff aside for you, or a box of matzah if you're coming to pick your stuff in. But if you're just wanting to order chopped liver or stuff like that, matzo ball soup, we're always going to have that. So if you want just a half pound of chopped liver, just come in and get it the day of. We have plenty of that kind of stuff. So there's just a lot of items that we have. But like I said, most of the homemade stuff we shouldn't run out of. Maybe some of the gluten-free stuff we made, but other than that, we will have, and we bake it throughout the entire holiday. So we'll have that. We also have our holiday menu at the Bagel Deli during that time as well, which we have Pesach, items that are not strictly kosher, but
fried matzah.
We have
I like that as a little girl.
A matzarito is what we call it.
I have a friend who gets that. And
Yeah.
she wants it all year round.
Yeah, it's the same at the Bletlock. It's the same wrap we do with the Balintz, and we just make it into a burrito. We'll have Balintz, Pasadic Balintzes, Ladkas. We'll have the apple matzo kugel.
Blintzes are Passover too?
Oh yeah, everything I'm saying right now is Passover. So we'll have the apple matzo brie. We'll have sponge cake, French toast, which is basically like eating dessert for breakfast, which is fantastic.
Yeah, deep fried sponge cake. Pretty
Basically,
good.
yeah. We batter it, we cook it, and then we deep fry it, and we put whipped cream on it. So it's breakfast. Breakfast is the only meal you can eat as dessert, and people accept it. I don't get it. I don't understand how that works in our world, but that's how it is.
And viewers, if you don't care about Passover, go anyway. They have all that good stuff, but then you can have bread and sandwiches and all that during Passover as well.
Oh yes,
I mean,
we
you
serve all
don't-
the
you don't
normal
make-
menu's still all there, so people don't shy away and think you have to get a corned beef on matzah. You could get a corned beef on rye still. We're still gonna have all the normal stuff as well. We serve both the menus. We just want to, keep some of the traditions still going on is what it
Oh,
comes down.
sure. Mark, my husband, if somebody doesn't know who he was, said when he went to grade school, his friends, you could appreciate this, came with ham sandwiches on matzah.
Oh, there you
Something
go.
was missing.
Well, they made an effort.
They tried. It's just all hey, trying is the
And-
first step, I guess.
I think the one thing people do know is the Bagel Deli is Jewish style.
Yeah.
You have bacon, but it's beef bacon.
Correct.
You're
Right,
not kosher.
No, we're a kosher style deli, as we like to say it. We don't serve any pork. We don't serve any shellfish. We will mix meat and cheese together. So we just kind of, it's more of the tradition of what we do rather than being a strictly kosher restaurant. We just, kind of stick to the traditional stuff. So we don't want to serve shellfish and pork, but we will mix the corned beef in a Swiss, which should be. It's delicious.
To me, and nothing's better than, I think the Reuben has become, whether you're Christian, Jewish, Indian, doesn't matter. I think it's everybody's favorite sandwich.
It is a favorite sandwich. We sell a ton.
Yeah, I find it fascinating. That whoever I'm with, oh, I wonder if they have a Reuben. Yeah,
Well, it's even funnier during we used to sell so much corned beef and cabbage during St. Patrick's Day. But what's funny now is we sell hardly any corned beef and cabbage, but we sell probably 20 times more Reubens during
okay, I have to relate to that.
St. Patrick's Day because they get their corned beef and cabbage just on a sandwich. It's a
Right.
fermented cabbage
But
instead.
it's better than corned beef and cabbage.
Right, so it's funny. It's kind of flip flop. Just like we used to always sell more pumpernickel than rye and marble. Now we hardly sell any pumpernickel. Now it's all marble. So it's kind of flip flop. And I get it.
Well, your marble bread is delicious.
It is good.
It is very good.
Yeah, everything. But someday I'll find something I don't like, but I'm working on it.
You just love your tuna and your burritos, your handheld breakfast burritos.
And my egg salad.
Egg
Egg
salad.
salad.
Stick with
They
what you
brought
like.
the egg salad. Somebody brought it up. First thing I did before I got on with you, I just went, oh, I think I have to be sure if he got it right this week. I've never gotten it wrong. P.S. Okay, hours, days, all that information.
Well, we're open 7 days a week from roughly 8 in the morning, little earlier. The guys are there setting up, but you can come in. We serve in the restaurant until 3 o'clock, 7 days a week. And the deli counter is open until 4. You can reach us at 303-756-6667. And we're on the web at bageldeli.com. We have our holiday menu there. We also have all of our regular restaurant menus also posted up there, and lots of other information and about our history and being on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And as more news comes in, we'll post on the airport and stuff. So it's all going very nicely, and we certainly appreciate your help.
Oh, love you all to death. By the way, they are located, which he missed, off of I-25 in Hampden, right on between Monaco and Hampden.
Yeah, we're 6439 East Hampton Avenue.
Yeah.
One of the things you can do is when you're coming in, no matter what day of the week it is, we use the Yelp wait list, since we generally have a wait, especially on weekends and during lunchtime. So if you get on Yelp and you put your name on there, when you get there, you just check in. So that way you can get your table a little quicker. And like my dad said, 7 days a week. We like to say we're open 7-ish to 4, because basically once we're there and the lights turn on, it literally our sign says open 7-ish to 4. So it just depends on what time we get there, the lights turn on, and we're good to go. So it's, great. Follow us on Instagram, Bagel Deli Denver. We have Facebook, all that good stuff. So come by and see us.
Please do. And if you're a DIA, I do love them. I'm very partial because I adore the people, but the food, there's nothing is good. Please like and subscribe to the Gabb, and that's got 2 B's / Gabby Gourmet for YouTube. Why it's also complicated, I don't know. And on Instagram and Facebook, I'm just Gabby Gourmet. And go to the airport if you're on your way someplace, A38. Come over to Hampden, see you at the Bagel Deli anytime. And for our Jewish viewers, happy Passover, it doesn't next Saturday.
Correct.
Thank you for your continued support.
Thank
We
you.
love you. It goes both ways. And you have a good Pesach.
Oh, thank you. I don't Pesach except for what you cook me.
Well, you got it. That's one thing you get.
If there wasn't a Bagel Deli, there wouldn't be Passover.
Well, like we tell people, tell everybody you made the food yourself.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Take full credit.
They would know I was lying.
All right. Thank you.
you.
Much love.
Appreciate
Bye.
it.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.